Hey everyone. Um, Today is November 1st, 2020, and I haven't really been on social media much this kind of latter half of the year since about June, specifically like Facebook. But of course, this is my YouTube channel, and of course, I haven't really been very active with that either. Just been a really busy year. But my wife, Chrissy, kind of reminded me today that it's the 1st of November and what that typically has meant for previous years. And so, since she mentioned it a little while earlier, I got thinking about it and realized that there's probably something that I should be doing. Probably now, especially more than ever. Um, as I said, it's the 1st of November, and what that typically means is, um, when we think of November, we typically think Thanksgiving. We typically think of what normal life used to feel like, where you'd go over to grandma and grandpa's house or mom and dad's house, eat a bunch of food, um, and maybe watch football and spend time with family and be grateful. You'd say, "Oh, I'm thankful for all these things," and the day after that, we go back to normal. Well, a cousin of mine, several years ago, about maybe 5, 6 years ago, I guess. I've been doing it for quite a while. She kind of got me onto this concept, this idea of what's called the 30 days of gratitude. And what that is it's a way to try to change how you live your life. Rather than dwelling on like all these negative things and just focusing on the problem as opposed to the thing that maybe is like right in front of you that's really good. Um, Instead of focusing on that, we can find something good. And if we continue to do this through repetition, something becomes like just commonplace for us. And that's kind of the whole premise behind the 30 days of gratitude is that each day we kind of try to analyze some kind of situation within our day. We try to find something that we're grateful for and focus in on that gem rather than letting the negativity and maybe the things that are pissing us off or ruining our day or the things we're stressed about, the things we're frustrated with, um, letting that kind of ruin our situation as opposed to lifting that thing up and realizing that's what we're grateful for and allowing that positivity to kind of reign. Now, um, one way that you could kind of criticize a 30-day of gratitude challenge is that you're kind of doing like an ignorance is bliss type thing. And by that, I mean ignoring the uh, the problem that is there and just saying, "Oh, there's no problem," and as a result, maybe there is an inherent problem that you shouldn't be ignoring. I'm not saying that's what the 30 days of gratitude is about. What I'm saying is uh, trying to find the positive in situations. That's what it's all about. And that's where gratitude comes into play. Um, Gratitude is a really great thing. Um, you know, Being able to realize that there are blessings and things in your life, it's a powerful kind of thing. Um, and so Chrissy, my wife, mentioned it earlier that she was doing it, and I actually kind of started her on it years ago when we were still dating. And I just got thinking that it's like, 2020 has been, pardon my language, but it's been a shitty year for everyone, I think. With this pandemic and work situation and everything. Uh, it's, what can you say? It's been kind of a crazy year. And so I think something like gratitude is something we need more now than ever. Um, you know, you've got a pandemic, you've got an election year, which uh, people are acting like idiots, and there's a lot of hatred and divisiveness between people, and just like everyone's lost their ever living minds this year. And so we need some gratitude, I think. We need some positivity in our lives, And what better way than to take a gratitude challenge? So that was kind of the intro to day one, I guess, and what this whole thing is. Those of you who watch, my YouTube channel, which there's not a ton of content, and I'm okay with that. It's just, it is what it is. But those of you who maybe are watching this video, I'd like for you to maybe come on and take a journey with me. Maybe do your own gratitude challenge, and let's just see if we can find some good within 2020 for these next 30 days. So the challenge is each day let's look at a situation. Could be in the morning when you first get up. Could be end of the day. You don't realize till the end of the day what you're grateful for. But let's just take each day and try to analyze what we're actually grateful for, and maybe we'll find some good in life and be able to kind of fundamentally change how we view the world. And maybe we are more patient with the world and more patient with people. Maybe we don't stress as much. Maybe we see all the blessings around us that maybe people normally just take for granted. So for day one today, I guess I'm kind of grateful for this whirlwind year. And I know people are going to say, what? Why would you be grateful for this? People dying and lockdowns, people losing their jobs, yada, yada, yada. Um, I just kind of want to say that, like, I'm grateful for how this year has kind of progressed for me personally. Chrissy and I, we try to make prayer a part of our, daily lives, at the dinner table, before bed, stuff like that. And we try to put God in our life. And, not everyone believes in that, and that's okay. But for us, it's been a crazy year. Last year in September, Chrissy and I got engaged. And then began the process going into this year of, okay, well, we need to find a house. We've got to prepare for a wedding in October. She's in school. And so I was very fortunate in March to be able to go into the process of closing on a house, and was able to get a really great interest rate for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage on the house. Was able to close on the house, which that whole situation in itself, the fact that the house was going to be closed on and the people ruined their credit and so they couldn't close on it, then we were able to go into a contract to close on the house, and all that just like kind of magically fell in place and was really great. Right before we closed on the house, Chrissy found out that she lost her job. She was furloughed, and unfortunately now she's months and months later still having a hard time finding work. And so I got her moved into the house May 1st after I closed on the house mid-April. And so then had all the stress, financial stress and frustration of, everything wedding stuff is now on my shoulders and not just jointly ours. And we had a beautiful wedding here the 10th of October. And there was a lot of talk from people about, us having some kind of a super spreader type event and everything. And fortunately, not a single person, that came to the wedding or was a part of the wedding party, had COVID, tested positive for COVID. And so we had a beautiful, wonderful, enjoyable wedding during a pandemic. And so, here we are now, a month later almost, in a house. Things are going really well with me with work, and so it's I don't know, it's been a really crazy year. You've had a lot of downs and stuff, but I feel like God's just really blessed Chrissy and I this year with the house and the wedding and just all these things. And so that's a big thing to be grateful for. And the fact that all this kind of happened in the midst of this pandemic that is affecting the world and everything. It's just kind of crazy. So that's what I'm grateful for today. How about you guys?